Welcome back. Another edition of the Johnny Cox Coaches Show. I am Spencer Brown. I'm the defensive coordinator here with our head coach, Johnny Cox. Excited to have him back for another week of the Coaches Show. Appreciate you coming back. Spring break, good time?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of good bonding that went on with you got teenage daughters that get to spend a lot of time with them in their journey.
Good. Well, good. Well, we're back. We already hit the offense and the defensive preview. We're going to let you take it over this week and get you up here with Jordan Bible, our special teams coordinator.
Here we go. Instantly, boom, Bible's on here, right?
Just like that. Movie magic.
So, Coach Bible, in addition to being a special teams coordinator, you've also been recruiting coordinator, and you obviously keep your hands, involved in that. So, do you tell us a little bit about kind of the recruiting areas? And I know, obviously, Coach Mack is a recruiting coordinator, but we've got some updates, and so hope you could update us on what that looks like right now.
Yeah, so my primary area is going to be stemming from where I'm from and where I have the most knowledge and connections. So that's been good for me to basically be able to cover the better part of the Denver metro area, stemming from central Denver down to the southeast Aurora, where I'm from, all the way down through Parker, and then up northwest through Arvada.
Yeah.
So as far as Denver, I cover quite a bit of the Denver metro area. As well as picking up a little bit of Southern California, a little bit more phone recruiting and make it out there when we can. But then now I will be picking up Tempe and being in the Phoenix area, since Phoenix has been so big for us. I mean, we're basically in a split from Denver kids and Phoenix kids. So
Basically.
Putting another coach down there, I think, would be good.
You excited about the weather in Tempe?
I'm not, actually. I remember the first time I went down there for a showcase, and I'm going around to all the schools, and I'm like, man, I'm getting in, I'm sweating, and I'm telling like the lady at the front desk, I'm like, it is burning out here, and she's like, oh, honey, it's like early, she's like 95, it's cool around here, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous sometimes. My nephew moved down there recently, and he was bragging about it's gonna be 110 on Saturday. And like, well, what are you gonna do with 110?
Be inside.
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. Like when I lived in Fargo, it was like, I was there for a month, and it never got to zero.
Yeah.
Never got to zero. And I know what I was doing. I was inside. If it's over 100 degrees, I'm inside too. So same difference, man. Same difference. Crazy.
Extremes.
So also, the special teams coordinator. This is going in your fourth year of doing that. Fourth or fifth?
Third season.
Okay.
Yeah, third season, I think. I might be missing on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who was special teams coordinator before you?
So it's Fields.
Oh yeah, Fields.
Yep.
So 1 year for him.
Yep.
So this will be
3 seasons. Next fall will be number 4.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Time flies.
Yeah, it is. It's great. So with that being, an area of expertise for you, what should we look for during spring? What do you think about who are some returners that you're impressed with or wanting to see, in that area of the football field?
Yeah, as far as the returners, the nucleus is one of the biggest parts. There's all kinds of guys that are veterans for us, been around for a while. Some of the guys in the interior, Doucette, his knowledge, Khalil has played and made numerous plays. Matt Fernandez, definitely DBs come to mind. Of
Right,
course,
yeah, good.
sometimes those are the guys that I highlight. But really, just the nucleus is big, because special teams, I mean, it's the guys who might not always be the highlight players, but just do their job in and out and have a good understanding of the scheme that really help us run. So the nucleus, and then I would say, as far as more of the specialists are concerned, I would say kicking wise, our punter, Ethan Kircher, coming back, I think right around halfway through the season as a true freshman is when he started starting for us.
Yeah.
And so it took a little while. He had some, freshman jitters and some stuff to work out.
It's a process. Yep.
That's it.
Mhm.
But anybody who watches and when you see him hit a ball, man, there's not a lot of guys that strike the ball how he does.
Yeah.
And, as a true freshman, being able to have some 60-yarders,
Mhm.
in the air is something you don't quite often see.
Yep.
So him growing a comfortability, he can be a weapon for us. And then the other one that I think is a sleeper for us is actually Cam Joyce Fairley.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, can't
Yeah.
dress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a little bit of shake to him. Yeah, some quickness to him.
Yeah.
Feels like comfortable back there catching the kicks, and so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we kind of recruited him, if you remember. I know it's
Hmm.
been a while, but
Yeah,
as an athlete,
right.
his return film from high school was one of the big parts that sold us.
That's true.
But as you know, coming
Right.
and going from high school into college football,
Oh,
it's a different beast when you have to catch balls with guys screaming down the football field.
so,
So same thing, had to take some lumps and basically get some good learning moments. And shout out to Coach G actually, who I think really helped him with his confidence as we ended the year. So
yeah,
and seeing him squat, front squat 400 pounds as a wide receiver athlete,
there you go.
man,
Yeah,
all he has to do is make a couple guys miss, and it could be a house call. So
yeah,
I'm excited for
yeah.
that.
I'm very excited. He is off to a strong start. So
Yeah,
yeah, keep it going. That's awesome.
yeah.
Now, as you look at like the whole kind of unit, like what do
Mhm.
you want the special teams to be kind of known for?
Yeah, I would say overall, the word that just comes to mind, and one of the things we talk about in our vision with the special teams is just dangerous.
Mm,
I think we've been working up to that point, but when I've identified special teams coaches and units that I followed in the past
right,
that really played their part to help football teams win, I think that they're dangerous. That you have opposing coordinators that
right,
really their whole point in the game is just trying to get that unit off the field because
right, 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 right.
every time
Yep,
they're out there, I
yep,
want them to be holding their breath, whether it's our punt return for blocking
right,
kicks, whether it's our kickoff team and the multiple kicks we can do,
right.
our punt team being able to have fakes
Yeah,
that have been successful for us in the past.
yeah,
I just want people really to have more of a fear than just an overall respect for us.
right,
You know,
right. Like as a head coach, you kind of sometimes you focus like, okay, offense, defense, like what are their schemes and stuff, and then all of a sudden, special team coordinator comes in and is like, hey, they do this and that and this. You're like, oh man, we got to be sharp all the way around on that. If people are just basic, then you should feel a little bit more comfortable. But
right?
people are doing some stuff that makes it dangerous, then we got to be like, oh, and that's the same thing. Hopefully the people we're going against have that same feeling.
Yeah,
Trying to scheme you up.
for
It's not going to
sure.
be easy. um, what would you say, like, obviously you've been here for a little bit, and your special teams. How do you, um, I guess, taking that, and then also just overall, you were here before me. Program growth. What does it look from when you first arrived to like right now? And
Yeah.
those kind of areas.
It's not even the same place.
Mm.
I still find myself amazed walking into that weight room in the morning. Saying that like when I first showed up on campus,
We're
it was
here.
it was
It's
here. It
here. It's
was in
here.
this
It's right
room was
here.
the weight
It's like
room.
a bench
The
right
dungeon.
here. Right.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if they call it a bench. It was it was something. There was something right here. But
The challenge recruits, like, hey,
yeah,
we still got heavy weights in here.
yeah,
If you can lift everything in here, then we'll get something new. Just
yeah,
yeah, just trying to uh, try to figure out a way to make the negative into a positive.
100%.
Yeah,
But now you don't have to sell it.
right.
It's easy as just not saying a word and just leading somebody in there.
Yep.
Especially when our guys are in there working and seeing the work that's being done and what Coach Stick is doing. That's going to make the difference. So that I mean, in that same facility, the mezzanine, where I now hold the special teams meetings and then
Yep.
have my position meetings. When that was still the pool, I was still holding my meetings up there, but it was with the backdrop of a pool that was literally sitting there.
Right.
Literally, if you remember, we had the softball's little pitcher's net that we
Yeah,
had
that's
flanked
right.
up with a mobile projector that we had put up
Right.
there, and
Right.
we would be sitting in true like old school wooden bleachers.
Yep. You're
And now
right.
we're sitting in like a mezzanine that looks similar to what you see at the FBS or even professional level as far as a meeting room.
Yeah.
So, the physical stuff, but even more so the culture.
Mm.
The number of guys that we have out there excited.
Yeah.
Yesterday in our first spring practice is great, and yeah, just having the right guys in the building
Yeah.
is a big part. So
I agree. I
yeah.
agree. It's a pleasure to go to practice. You still get on guys. You want to push them, but
Hmm.
you definitely enjoy uh, being around them.
Yeah,
Every day.
yeah,
So it's good. I definitely think so. You've also obviously been here more than me, not only on campus, but what about in Durango? I don't necessarily know growth, but what's some of the favorite things you'd like to do in Durango, or you like to do in Durango?
yeah. I would say just the outdoors. And I know that's probably a cliche and everybody talks about that, but coming here, I already knew that that was the experience that if I could, I would like to be blessed with living in a place where I'm coaching ball, but also I get to be outside
Yeah.
when I have free time. And so, no snow this year, but usually great time of year to be skiing, you know. So hopefully that gets going again next year. But I've actually picked up mountain biking as my new deal. It's a mountain biking mecca here. Actually, come to find out, a lot
Right.
of people travel from all over the entire world
Yeah.
to come use the different trail systems
Mhm.
here, and you know, the access that we have to the different trails as well as mountain bikes
Right.
at the OP is great. So that's become my new. I'm an adrenaline junkie,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's the new rush for me
Okay.
currently
Like,
is mountain biking.
where do you go? I know there's some like right around campus, but you just kind of go
Yeah.
all throughout Durango, kind of
Yeah,
weave
so
into that.
even as we walk out this building and you look up at the mountain right over
Mhm.
there, that's Hogsback.
Okay.
And so you can get that on that trail system. It's tough now from this side of campus, and I live up on Florida, so you can do that, but it's tough. It drops you into Horse Gulch, and Horse Gulch is one of the bigger trail systems on this side
Uh-huh.
of Durango.
Okay.
And so I think it connects you to now. They're growing it and building it even as we speak. So I think it connects to like 50 different trails.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like a super ramp park that they have over
Okay.
there and all
Okay.
kinds of crazy stuff. So
So is this the city just the
yeah,
sides? Hey, let's make a trail here and there, and just or how does
yeah.
that work? It feels like it'd be just natural because so many people rode this way, but I'd
Mhm.
assuming there's a plan, in a place like this.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not an expert yet. You know, I'm still a novice. I'm still building, but overall, it seems that most of the trails are a little bit more natural, or at least have
Uh-huh.
have just been run over.
Right.
But now, as they create like the parks and people want to do the curves and
I
all these
got you.
jumps, the city went in and did some huge, like, $20 million project to put
Mm,
parking over there and
there, I
all
got you.
kinds of stuff.
I
So
got you.
just building on the tourism here,
Right.
essentially.
While we were handing out flyers the last week, I I noticed there's like a indoor like ramps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I would say BMX in my day,
Uh-huh.
like a course inside that I guess if it's rainy or whatever, people go in there. So
That's it.
definitely part of the culture here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, today when we were walking on campus, we had a recruit out here, and Coach Brown and I were having to move out the way because there's a cyclist and a biker like going cross directions, and you're just like, hey, this
Yeah,
is part of it.
that's part of it. Better love
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
Go awesome. Well, Coach Bible, you've been here since day one, done a great job in every aspect, and really excited about the process that we've gotten to, and then really excited about where we're going. And it's really a big part of what you've contributed a lot of really good players, a lot of good ideas, a lot of good success to the program. So we really thank you, and we're excited to everyone get to know you a little bit more. And then let's have a great practice today.
That's we're about to go out there right
Let's
now.
do it.
Let's do it here. I mean, I got to get to a meeting right now. So.
Right. All
Awesome.
right.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yep. All right.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for Coach Bible stepping in, having the final coordinator, the third coordinator on staff, give a little bit of a spring preview. He's really done a good job, and really the mentality of the special teams, making it a priority for the team,
Definitely.
has been fun. So I know the guys did a great job yesterday at our first practice, and we're excited to see them string a few along, and
Yep.
hopefully make that a dangerous unit for us every time they go out there.
Definitely. Definitely.
So good. Well, if you want to see Coach Bible's units or any of the units out there, come join us on the April 18th for the spring game. Make sure that if you are a class of 2027 member, that you get signed up for our junior day that day. We'll have a campus tour and a workout opportunity with the coaches before you get the chance to come over and watch the spring game and see our guys compete. Before that, just a reminder, on the day of our spring draft, we will have a 9 and Dine event. Make sure that you're reaching out to Coach Grindy with your foursome. Let's go ahead. Those spots are starting to fill up. So if you've got a group together,
I'm
you're ready
playing.
to get out there and golf. Are you playing?
Yeah.
You got a group?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know if I'm going to play well, but
That's all right.
I need to hit a few times before that starts.
Bad day on the course, better than good day in the office.
No doubt.
Yeah, every time.
No doubt.
So good. Keep an eye out as we continue to push things out on our social media. We'll have camp dates up and rolling. We will do camps here in Durango. We'll also do some satellite camps up in Colorado Springs and Denver. as well as I think we're doing a flag football camp for the girls this year. So that should be exciting.
Yes.
Make sure that you're checking those out and putting those dates on your calendar. And then, as always, subscribe to all of our social media channels. You've got the YouTube channel, our X account, and then our Instagram. Coach Mac's been doing, super producer Coach Mac's been doing a really good job with that. So we appreciate all the work there. All right, questions of the week. First one from our top commenter, John Owanski. We appreciate you always contributing to us. Just asking, when will the schedule be released? I know we know it here in the building. Has it been released publicly yet?
I don't know. I feel like the people that were playing have released it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know exactly that process. I'm sure it's pretty soon. But we will, start out with a road game journey to William Jewell in Kansas City, which is a team that we need to play better against, start our season a lot better. So we got to look at kind of that process and make sure we take care of business and play our best, and then come back for a home night game under the lights with our black jerseys the next weekend, or weekend one against Arizona Christian. So that starts us off, and then we head into the RMAC play, which for once for the first time is like shuffled up, since we've been here. So that doesn't seem like that's fair, but I don't know why it is, but now we're shuffled up and have playing different people in different times of the year. So it'll be fun. It'll be different challenges.
No, it'll be good to play some of those top teams earlier in the year when we're really hitting our stride.
Yeah.
And then hopefully continue to just improve throughout the season and see how things go and make sure that we're competitive all the way through. So it'll be good. We're really excited for that.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. One more question for you this week. What is the hardest that you have ever been hit in a football game?
Hardest I've ever been hit. I would say, well, luckily I've never been like injured, right? Okay. I don't have any like lingering injuries from that. So I didn't get hit that hard often, but I did get destroyed one game against Shadron. I remember it. I ran like a slant into like a cover 2, and I think we just threw it a little bit further, and I kind of like dove for it, and the guy just boom, he hit me so hard, like into the ground. And I remember I was laying on the ground. I was like, okay, I just got to make sure that I can feel my legs, I can feel my arms, I can feel. So I did a test. I was like, wiggle my toes, wiggle my legs, do my arms. Okay, I'm good to go. Then I jumped up. I didn't want to stand up and fall back down or Trevor Burbick style or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, safety from Chattern. I don't know who he was, but he hit me hard that play. I remember that.
Yeah.
So
that's when they still checked you going across the middle back in the
day. I mean, everything was your fault. You should, if you got hit, blindsided, which is blindsided now, it was just it's my fault. I should have had my head on a swivel. That's how football was. It's not like that nowadays. So
a little different era, but that's good.
Yeah, it's probably better.
Probably for the better.
Probably for the better. Exactly.
Well, good. Well, we're excited to get out to practice. I know you and Coach Bible talked about it, but we got to get rolling here soon.
Yeah.
So anything else?
No, let's get him a breakdown.
Awesome.
Get on out of here. Here we go.
Appreciate it.
Skyhawks on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Skyhawks.
It would be filmed too. Yeah. It would be VHS tape. Yeah.